Hey, it's Kay. Looking so good, I know. I'm actually getting ready for bed right now because I have work tomorrow. But I wanted to do an update because I said I would do updates every few weeks, and it's been like 3 weeks now. So, just wanted to do an update. Um, for those that have not seen my previous videos, hi, I'm Kay. I'm 25. I had my 25th birthday last week actually, so now I'm 25. Um, and my husband and I recently found out that we're pregnant. So my last video was discussing the fact that I went to the OB, found out that I was pregnant, and got my due date confirmed and stuff like that. And at that point, I was almost 8 weeks. So I'm actually currently 11 weeks. This coming up Wednesday, I will be 12 weeks. I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm so out of breath. I feel like I'm out of breath all the time lately, which is ridiculous. This is the first trimester, and I have 1.5 more weeks to go in the first trimester, and then I will be in my second trimester, which is freaking crazy to think about. So if you've been following our journey, Winston and I, my husband, had 2 chemical pregnancies in the past, which are early miscarriages before 5 weeks, before we got pregnant with this pregnancy. I was talking about in previous videos how I was feeling very cautious, very careful, and I'm still feeling that way. I'm still constantly feeling like something could go wrong at any moment. I'm excited, but I'm scared to get too excited. I don't want anything bad to happen. So I don't know, and I don't know if there's a point when that will ever go away. I mean, I've never had a true, later on miscarriage. Mine were so early, and I'm still like terrified of it. But I wanted to give an update on how I'm feeling at 11, almost 12 weeks. I am feeling a little bit better now that we're almost gonna be in the second trimester. That's crazy. So that makes me feel a little better. Yeah. We're actually gonna go this coming up Tuesday to get our NIPT done, which is the non-invasive prenatal testing, I think it is. Non-invasive something testing, and it tests for the major trisomies, like trisomy 21 and trisomy 18, stuff that includes like Down syndrome, and that also includes finding out the gender. So we're so excited to find out the gender, and I think we're going to announce publicly on like personal social media that we are pregnant once we know the gender, which I think will be so exciting to like tell everybody and be like, by the way, it's a boy or girl. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. The other interesting thing, so in my last video, I was almost 8 weeks, and I had said we went to the OB and they did a transvaginal ultrasound and told me that baby was measuring right on track and that my due date was 11/9, which is what it was based on my last menstrual period. My actual OB, my doctor, looked over the ultrasound footage, photos, whatever, and actually updated my chart to say that my due date is November 6th. So I'm gonna ask about that at our next appointment, because it's not like a huge difference, it's 3 days, but I would like to know what the due date that we're sticking with is. Just as exciting to know. So I'm gonna ask about that, and I'm just gonna talk about how I've been feeling. So when I was coming up to week 8 in my last video, I was saying that I was just feeling some on and off nausea. It wasn't that bad, a little bit tired. Weeks 8, 9, and 10, honestly, were like the worst nausea. I never threw up. I never actually vomited from my morning sickness, but it was terrible. If you know me, I hate being nauseous. It's like the worst symptom of illness ever to me. I'd rather have a fever, I'd rather have a headache, I'd rather have a runny nose, a cough, sore throat, any of that before nausea. I hate the feeling of nausea. The feeling of throwing up is my least favorite human body experience that I've ever had so far in my life. When I've had like a bad hangover and thrown up, when I was a kid and got so sick that I threw up, worst feeling ever. And so even though I never threw up, constantly feeling like you're on the verge of that and that you're just riding the waves of nausea, the worst. And I constantly told my husband Winston, I was like, I would rather it be pain. I would rather have a headache right now than feel this nausea. It was really bad. So I don't think I grocery shopped for our house for those 3 weeks entirely, because I was like, there's nothing that I'm gonna buy that I'm gonna want to eat. It was awful. I wouldn't want a single thing. I would just sit there and be like, I don't want food. The thought of any kind of food is just so gross. And then after a few hours would go by, I would get so hungry that I would need food like right now, and it would still be so hard for me to find something. So I DoorDashed so freaking much. I would get so hungry and I would go on the DoorDash app and scroll until I saw like, oh, Zaxby's looks like I could eat Zaxby's today. Yeah, let's do that. And I would just order like a Zaxby's salad, or if like French fries from McDonald's sounded good when I got hungry enough, I'd be like, yeah, I could do that, and I'll get some nuggets and make myself eat them. And when I would get that hungry, yeah, I could do it. But throughout the day, there was no snacking. There was none of that. I could not do it. So that was going on 8 through 10. And what I actually did around week 10 was, my prenatals are these ones. They're the prenatals with DHA, which is a protein that helps with brain development, and these are by Nature's Truth. These smell hideous, and they're huge. They're like horse pills, and they smell like dirt. So what I did week 10 was I actually switched from taking my prenatals in the morning to taking them at night. And since then, that was like the middle of week 10, and now I'm the middle of week 11. So much better. I still am limited in the things that I'm feeling like I want to eat, but the nausea has really gone away almost. So I'm wondering if my prenatals were making the nausea worse. They probably were, but they also say, you know, after week 11 the nausea gets better. So I don't know, could be either one. Also the tiredness has maintained. I pretty much, you know, I go to work, and when I'm not at work I lay in bed and I just kind of like watch shows and stuff while I'm in bed, and just relax. And like, I don't feel, you know, like I want to be doing more and, oh, I'm just too tired to do more. Like, it feels good. Like, I just want to lay in bed. So, been resting a lot. I feel like I need it. Like, I'm really enjoying that. And sometimes I feel like when I move around too much, walk too much, I start cramping, and that concerns me. So I really, you know, I try to limit activity, which I know isn't good. They don't recommend that. But if I am walking around all day and I start to feel cramping, I'm gonna sit down and just chill out for a little bit. I actually recently went to a wedding and I walked a lot that day. Just, you know, getting drinks and socializing, walking around, standing up for a few hours. Didn't get any cramping during that, so that was good. It's just sometimes. The other thing, the days that I go to work in particular, I've had some dizziness, especially week 9 and 10. It would be fine when I would be at home, but I would go to work in the mornings, and I'm a nurse, so I'd be like handing out medications and getting medications ready, and this dizziness would hit me, and it would feel like my blood pressure was low and I just needed to sit down. So I tried to like drink a lot of water, and one day at work I actually did check my blood pressure because I was like, okay, what is going on? And my blood pressure was like perfect. It was like 120/76, like exactly. So it was great. So I wasn't having low blood pressure. I just was having this dizziness. I know they say you have extra blood in your body when you're pregnant, and you also have these hormones, so that could be causing dizziness, but that was a little strange. Didn't expect that. I've been very bloated. I still don't feel comfortable doing like belly updates, so I'm not gonna do a belly update in this video. Coming up on 12 weeks, and you know, it's not like I'm showing yet. I'm just so bloated that like people have asked me at work, and so I told my boss, and it's kind of been getting around the office like it does, so my coworkers know. And I hadn't even told this particular coworker, and they just walked up to me and put their hand on my stomach and was like, whoa. And I was like, oh yeah, about that. So like it's obvious bloat, like I look different. Which sucks because it's not like I particularly look pregnant. If you didn't know me, my belly is just suspiciously large. So hopefully soon it'll get to the point where it's a baby bump. Right now I just feel kind of fat and gross. So that sucks. Yeah, I'm trying not to get like too stressed out or anything. I feel like my mood's been okay, just a little tired. Sleep has still been the worst. I don't know if I even mentioned this in my last video, but I've been having the worst insomnia since I found out I was pregnant. I take Unisom for sleep. I've taken Unisom for sleep for years. And what I try to do with the Unisom, because it's I find it's less effective if I take it every night. So what I do is take it the nights before I work, and then if I don't have work, I don't take the Unisom, so that it's stronger the nights that I need to get ready for work. But if I don't take Unisom now in the nights, I'm not gonna sleep. I'm gonna sit there and think and toss and turn off my phone, laying in the dark, trying to like count sheep or whatever. I have my white noise machine that I have my white noise machine that I turn on. I usually I'll play this. This is the sound I use to sleep at night, and I'll put that like right next to my pillow, and everything. But if I'm not on Unisom, I'm not sleeping. Like I've gone all night. I've like rolled over because I have to pee, and I'll check my phone and it's 5 a.m. and I haven't fallen asleep yet. And I'm like, holy crap, like it's ridiculous. So I have to take the Unisom pretty much every night now, and it sucks. It doesn't work sometimes. So yeah, and I've been having really vivid dreams too, and I know that's common with pregnancy, very vivid dreams, and they're not all bad, they're not all good. I've had a very vivid dream about miscarrying. I've had a vivid dream about my husband cheating on me. That's another common one that I hear pregnant women talk about. Vivid dreams about just like silly stuff, like I'm at work and I'm doing my job, and then I wake up and I'm actually still in bed. So very vivid, like you feel like you're there type of dreams. So that's been interesting because I usually don't dream a lot. But yeah, it's definitely been like I'm definitely noticing, you know, I'm not feeling like normal me. This is not baseline me. Also on the topic of breasts, my breasts are definitely bigger. I've noticed they're more tender. I haven't had like soreness like some women talk about. I have had itching though, which is interesting. And I know that another YouTuber that I'm subscribed to also mentioned itching in her past pregnancies, but didn't expect that. Definitely having it like every day. What else? Some GI issues. Prenatals cause that commonly. So taking some clueless every now and then. And honestly just trying to like drink a lot of water and eat as good of things as I can. I have had some cravings. I am really on a sour kick right now. I think in my last video before week 8 I was talking about being really into salad and pickles. I do still like a good salad and some good pickles. This whole time I've really enjoyed that. Right now I have a big jar of whole dill pickles in the kitchen and I have destroyed that jar. There's like 2 left in there. It's ridiculous. I also recently picked these up, the Sweet Tarts Chews. This is like empty. It's like down to there. I'm destroying those. Absolutely, it's ridiculous. So if there's a certain thing that I find I'm liking, I'm like really digging it lately. And if there's a certain thing that I don't like lately, it's not happening. A common thing that I hear pregnant women say they can't stand is coffee. I used to drink a cup of coffee every morning that I would go to work. And I drink decaf. Just because I like the taste of coffee. I would make decaf coffee and take it to work. I cannot stand, since week 7, maybe 8, I cannot with the coffee. I put my Keurig machine away. I can't even, the smell, the taste, no. And I would eat the sandwiches that you can get frozen. I would eat those every morning. They're like sausage, egg, and cheese. I can't do it. I haven't had one in like 4 weeks because I don't want it. Oh God. Also having a lot of gas, burping and stuff a lot, all day, which is crazy. But yeah, certain things that I used to eat a lot, I'm just not liking lately, which is crazy. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I'm feeling up to the middle of week 11. And now, like I said, that I've switched taking my prenatal at night, like I just took it, the nausea is so much better. So at this point, I'm just having the insomnia still, some food cravings and food aversions, itchy and swollen chest, gassy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that kind of brings us up to date. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm really excited to find out the gender. I feel like that will really kick this into high gear, feeling like stuff is actually happening for me. Because right now I'm just like, I'm excited, but I'm still feeling like, I don't know, you never know, everything like that. My husband's been wonderful, so sweet. He's cleaning the litter box for me now. I love that. He kisses my belly and he's talked to it a couple times. He's been really nice. There's something else I was gonna say. I think it was about gender, but I can't remember what. But yeah, just excited about entering the 2nd trimester. That's also gonna make it feel more real. We told our parents, both sets of our parents. My mom came to visit and I gave her cookies that were shaped like a onesie and a little calendar that said coming soon. I don't know if I told you guys about that in my last video, but she cried. It was lovely. It was great. Winston's parents, I gave them a little clay bun and a note that said bun in the oven, and they were excited too. I've told my friends. I just haven't posted on social media. So yeah, it's exciting. Stuff is happening. It's wild. Yeah. I thought about ordering like a fetal Doppler to try to listen to a heartbeat at home, But Winston made a good point. He was like, if you order one of those, you're just gonna drive yourself crazy trying to listen to the heartbeat every day. And if you can't find it, then you're gonna like freak out and go to the ER and everything's gonna be fine. And he's probably exactly right about that. So I don't know if it's a good idea to actually order one or not. I also haven't done like a registry or anything. I don't know if that's something that I want to do. I feel like I do want to have a baby shower, but I'll have to figure out the logistics of that because we kind of have family in two different areas. So I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, that catches us up to almost week 12. So I will update you guys again. Probably after I'm in the second trimester. And unless I decide to give you guys a gender update before then, who knows? We'll see. I'm really excited to find out. And to give like a guess beforehand, I feel like it's a boy. I don't know why. I feel like it's a boy. Maybe because I haven't actually thrown up and they say that you're less sick when you're having a boy traditionally. So anyways, I feel like it's a boy. My husband, every time I ask him, he's like, I don't care, doesn't matter, I'll be happy either way. So yeah, we'll see. And I don't have a preference either, so it's whatever. I just want everything to be okay, and want all the tests to come back normal. So I think at this appointment coming up, I'm also gonna get the gestational diabetes test done as well. And yeah, so I'll definitely have some updates the next time I post. And thanks for hanging out, you guys. All right, have a good day.